means that this hair is white.
You are a white person.
I'm not supposed to be white. We're supposed to be black and we're black.
You are not black. You are
I'm black.
no. You are Caucasian.
I'm black. And I will be black when I grow up. When I be a big kid, I will be black. You will not influence me. I am my own person. I am a strong black woman. I'm not white.
You're white, baby. Your skin. You're white.
I don't have white. You're kidding. Black.
You want to be black?
Yeah, brown, like this.
Oh my god! I just realized.
No, I'm not supposed to be this way.
What are you doing?
Wash the white off.
It's time to get sunscreen on.
I'm black.
You're what?
I'm black. Fake?
No, you're not black.
Fake?
You want to be what?
Black like you.
What?
I want to be black.
You want to be what?
I want to be black.
You want to be black? Why do you want to be black?
Because you are black.
And you like that?
What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for always coming back and tuning in. Today we are reacting a video whereby really white Gen Z wants to be black. Now this is definitely one of those topics that gets people talking because it touches on culture, identity, social media version, music, and how different groups influence one another. As always, we are going to check out the video and then discuss some of the key points that stood to me. Make sure you watch until the end because this topic has sparked a lot of debate online and I love to hear your thoughts as well. So if you are new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. So let's watch this video until the end, then I'll come back with the final thoughts.
Right, racists, let's talk.
Let's
I'm
talk.
just going to come out and say it. A majority of white people wish that they were black. They wish that they had the ability to create or invent. They wish that they had the ability to wear a variety of hairstyles. They wish that they had the ability to dance. They wish that they had original fashion. They wish that their style was memorable. They wish that they were able to turn heads in public. They wish that they could spend more than 2 hours in the sun. They wish to be desired. They wish that they could smell as good as black people. They wish that they were as superior as black people. They wish that they were as athletic as black people. Even wish that they were indigenous and could be gifted an entire planet from the Most High. They wish that they could excel at music and the arts. They wish that they could be scholars like black people. They wish that they were as intelligent as black people. They wish that they could even cook like black people. They even wish that they could look as cool as black people do in their cars, which explains why they have the windows rolled down at all fucking
Clock
times.
it.
And the real big one, they really wish that they could age as gracefully.
I love that he clocked his people's tea. I love to see white people that are actually honest. I really do. And I always tell y'all that love and hate lives on the same spectrum. They love you so much that they start to hate you. All that superiority, it's really inferiority in reverse. Why? If you are so tired of people, because now they're trying to co-opt and colonize black fatigue, right? If you're so tired of people, why are you always in our comment sections? Why are you always watching everything that we're doing? If I don't like somebody and I'm afraid for my life, I'm not going to walk up to them and try to engage with them in any type of way. I'm going to walk the other way. It's not fair. It's not fatigue. It's obsession. It's admiration. It's love. It's jealousy, envy. For those who actually operate that way. And then when you look in the comment sections, there was some white people saying this is true. This is facts. Facts on facts on facts. I mean, why do you think movies like Get Out was created? Get Out. Y'all remember Get Out? Ciao. Anyways, Fred Love is the Brooklyn Way. What y'all think? Do y'all agree with what this Caucasian man had to say? The truth shall be revealed. Ooh, and this is why they're trying to destiny swap so bad. Because they literally want to be us. They want to be the ones that was oppressed. They want to be the ones that's experiencing racism. They want to be the ones that, you know, is on the opposite side of history. But we know who they are. We know the truth. Anyways, bye.
Your white skin is so beautiful. Why do you go to the beach and burn yourself to a crisp
trying to get brown if it's so wonderful to be white? And if you love your thin lips, why are you going to the doctor getting collagen injected and telling me my lips are too big? Don't, you know, that's my thing. That trips me out. Whenever, you know, white girls come to me, oh, your butt is so big. And it's like, well, why do you go get on that stair stepper at Holiday Health Spa trying to get your butt as big as mine? And being white is so wonderful. I don't understand why all these white teenagers don't stay white. You're white.
Are you an African American woman?
I identify as black.
You identify as black. Let me put a picture up of you in your early 20s, though. And when you see this picture, is this an African American woman? Or is that a Caucasian woman?
That's not in my early 20s, but...
That's a little younger, I guess? Yeah.
I think I was 16 in that picture.
Is she a Caucasian woman or an African American woman?
I would say that visibly she would be identified as white by people who see her.
But at the time, were you identifying yourself as African American?
In that picture, during that time, no.
Your parents were asked this question this week, and they didn't have any trouble answering it. Here's what they said. She's clearly our birth daughter, and we're clearly Caucasian. That's just a fact. Your father went on to say she's a very talented woman doing work she believes in. Why can't she do that as a Caucasian woman, which is what she is? How do you answer that question?
Well, first of all, I really don't see why they're in such a rush to whitewash some of the work that I have done and who I am and how I've identified. And this goes back to a very early age with my self-identification with the black experience as a very young child.
When did it start?
I would say about 5 years old.
You began identifying yourself as African American?
I was drawing self-portraits with the brown crayon instead of the peach crayon and the black, black curly hair, and yeah, that was how I was portraying myself.
So it started way back then, Rachel. When did you start? And I'll use the word, you can correct me if you don't like it. When did you start deceiving?
I wanted to be black so bad growing up as a kid because I grew up in the 90s watching black sitcoms like Martin, Family Matters, Fresh Prince, The Hughleys, all that stuff, right? I gave Full House a chance, but I didn't really understand it. So, I'm sorry, white people, I gave it my best. But the thing about these black sitcoms was that they always had family barbecues. And growing up in a Korean immigrant household, we never had that. Okay, we just ate in silence. It was very scary being around my dad. He'd be like, just eat more. That's all it was. And a lot of farts and shit and burps. So it was awkward. So I got jealous, okay? And my best friend growing up, he was black. His name was Roy. And I remember one day telling him the truth. I said, Roy, sometimes I wish I was black so I could have family barbecues. And he was like, you can go to mine next year. And I was like, are you serious? And he was like, yeah, just come through. Black people get down with the barbecue, by the way, so some good shit.
How do you feel about white women who wear like box braids and get BBLs and skin tans and things like that?
Don't do it. I feel like if they want to do it, it's fine. I mean, it might look like a cultural appropriation type of thing, but I mean, if they like it, go for it.
Okay. Why did you say don't do it?
At least make it look good if you are going to. They never do. They never make it look good.
But don't box braids always look good on a white woman?
Play the cricket sound when you... Excuse me?
But okay, so...
Not always. I have seen a few where it's like, okay, maybe it do look nice.
Why can't white women wear box braids, but black women can wear like 613 blonde wigs and things like that?
Because blonde is not a culture. I could be born black and have blonde hair. I could be born black and have red hair.
But how common is that, honestly?
It's not saying it's common,
right?
But it's not culture. You're not going to see anybody birthed with box braids coming out their hair.
That's true, but I mean, you're also not going to really see a black woman with blonde hair.
It's very rare.
It's one tribe. It's one tribe.
It's very rare, but it's possible.
Can we? Okay, then why do you do it? And that's a serious question, because my entire life I've heard, look, Lou, I got almost as dark as you. Y'all say that proudly. Then why do you do it? I mean, obviously you think that darker skin and fuller lips look better. I mean, you're not doing it to look ugly, right? And you know what the sun does to your skin. You know that it will kill you. And y'all will risk life and limb to lay out in that sun, to lay in a bed, to go do whatever to get this dark skin. And then you say, we don't want to look like y'all. Then why do you do it?
stop pretending like the world revolves around black individuals. Women are not getting lip filler or even tans because they want to look black.
I think that Gen Z has changed fashion as a whole.
Some kids are like
so crazy right now.
Some kids are like, I only wear thrifted stuff, so like kind of like split.
Right, like
I think it's this like revitalized revolutionist.
I think we're starting to reuse a lot of the stuff, and I don't think it's looked down upon to reuse like pieces very often.
Like I'll see a lot of Y2K mixed with like 70s and 80s.
A big wave of independent designers and brand thrifting platforms like Depop.
Fashion scene, like Gen Z is like adapting as like we're these rebels and like we're bringing this new revolution of fashion.
Hey, I want to show you something. I've been saying for a while that Gen Z was going to be the generation to really propel us forward and spark change, but let's take a look at Generation Alpha. The majority of America will be minorities by 2045, with white people dipping below 50% of the population. You can see that Gen Z is going to be the last generation in America with the majority of a white population. Generation Alpha has the largest minority population. In around 2045, white people will fall below 50%. I'll just leave this information here, but I just want to say that I am so excited to see this change in my lifetime.
Do white women blackfish? First and foremost, for the newbies here, let's show some examples of blackfishing just in case you're unfamiliar. First up, bad baby. This person is this person, and this person, and this person. And next up, we've got Jessie Nelson. This person is this person, this person, this person. A white woman. White. Now that we've got some examples, let's talk about it. Disclaimer, this is just a hypothesis. It's not fact, this is just a hypothesis, okay? Okay. I feel as though white women blackfish because they don't have a sense of their own identity. Because let's break it down, they get the lip filler, they get an aggressive tan, they'll get braids, they'll purposely make themselves look racially ambiguous. Like they don't want to look anything like their natural selves, like at all. Like, you saw those pictures at the beginning. They're unrecognizable. And I feel like they cling specifically onto black culture because, number one, to them it's the most entertaining. And number two, because these are probably people who identified heavily with their whiteness beforehand. And the thing is, whiteness is empty. Like, the concept of whiteness is completely made up. Of course, it's a very real thing and it exists today, and whiteness holds power and privilege, but that's about it. There is no culture in whiteness. There's no identity in whiteness. And oftentimes people who identify most closely with their whiteness are people who don't know the difference between race and ethnicity. They don't know that race is a social construct and it's something that can change in meaning depending on which country you're in, for example. They don't understand that the concept of whiteness was created by white people. To understand that a little bit better, I would suggest reading the book Stamped from the Beginning. It's a thick, hefty read, but it's super valuable. Anyways, as I was saying, a lot of these white women who blackfish probably identified more closely with their whiteness than anything else. And whiteness is empty, so there was really nothing to cling on to. You don't see a lot of these white women identifying with their ethnicity, like if they're Irish or Scandinavian or Italian or whatever. So I feel like because they don't really have anything to connect to in terms of creating a sense of self and a sense of identity, they try to find it elsewhere, which is why a lot of white people in general will pick and choose things that they like from different cultures that they previously demonized to try to create their own kind of something. It's just giving identity crisis, because why else would you completely alter yourself to look completely different? Like, you want nothing to do with your natural self in any way. Like, I'm not saying you gotta look whole 1-2 thing done. Like, you changed your whole skin tone. You look like a completely different human altogether. Disrespecting a heck of a lot of people in the process and not caring. It's just giving lost identity, you know?
This one to my homegirls. If I told you I stopped fucking with him and you check my location and I'm at his house, whoop-de-fucking-do. If I told you I stopped fucking with him and you see us out to eat, you see his name pop on my motherfucking phone, whoop-de-fucking-do, bitch. I can't leave him alone.
What does drip mean?
Like style. Yeah, like if you see me right now, you say I'm drippier.
If you want to call somebody cool, what would you say? Like
Probably like mad lit on God or something.
mad lit on God?
Yeah, or like
G-O-D?
Yeah, mad lit on God, no cap.
Mad lit on God, no.
You know where this pose comes from? So I often mention how Black American culture dominates the nation, yet is rarely credited, or worse, is whitewashed and just called Gen Z culture so often. To combat this, I'm starting a new series called How Everything on This App Originated with Black People. Today we're going to talk about this viral pose. When it's done on TikTok, the pose is most often accompanied by the song Hey Loft by the band Mother Mother, and it involves someone sharing a bold piece of information about themselves. But it's such a common and widespread meme, and now even the Sharp Family singers do it. What could this possibly have to do with Black people? Well, this pose actually originated in basketball subculture to represent the saying ice in my veins, which is a play on the term cold-blooded, which means ruthlessly competitive or skilled at the game of basketball. It was famously popularized by the former Lakers player D'Angelo Russell, who would make the pose in celebration after scoring. But like most things on this app, the meme's roots in Black culture have been widely acknowledged for the sake of associating with Gen Z more generally.
All I do is get the bag, my legacy's forever, never just a fad. Talk jewels.
Like really as if Jay Park's entire career isn't just Black culture. Also, just in case anyone thinks I'm lying, please look at the
today, you can thank Black people for him. Black culture has influenced many popular fashion trends you see nowadays. In this video, I'm going to highlight just a few of them, but let it be known there are a lot of them out there. First, I'm going to start with sneaker culture. Sneakers became popularized in the Black community in the late 70s and early 80s thanks to fashion, hip-hop, and basketball. Shoes like the Jordan 1 came out in 1985, and the sneaker industry boomed within the Black community at that point, and it became known as sneaker culture as we know it today. Second one, hoop earrings. Hoop earrings go all the way back to Mesopotamia. Even Egyptian men sported hoop earrings. But in more recent times like the 60s and 70s, Black women would wear hoop earrings as a way of showing unity and strength. In the 90s, groups like Salt and Pepper famously began wearing bamboo earrings, being called ghetto for this style. Today, hoops are seen as a staple of fashion for many women, thanks to the Black women that paved the way. Third, I want to talk about long acrylic nails, and I want to highlight FloJo. If you don't know, she was once the fastest woman in the world. FloJo would often run at events with long nails that were 4 to 6 inches long with bold colors and designs. At that time, FloJo would be criticized by some critics saying she was abnormal, different, or deviant. And in the 90s and early 2000s, long nails were seen as an offensive stereotype amongst Black women until other women started wearing them. Long nails originated back in Egypt, and throughout history, long nails have been seen as different, and Black women have been criticized heavily for their long nails. But thanks to the Black women who got criticized for their long nails, they opened the door for women nowadays to sport their long acrylic nails without any judgment from anyone. Streetwear emerged in the 80s around the same time that hip-hop emerged. And I'm going to make a whole nother video about streetwear, but the same young people of color that were wearing streetwear at that time were the same people that were victim of the systemic injustices, especially Ronald Reagan's war on drugs. Black people were heavily criticized by the streetwear that they wore in the 80s and oftentimes were targeted because of it.
I just came across this article in the New York Times, and this girl right here deserves way more recognition. It's not just a TikTok dance, especially because there's a deep history of popular culture taking from and erasing the contributions of ethnic minorities.
Black people are the cool. They're the
make things cool.
They're the culture drivers of America without
Cultural
question.
filters,
In
for
some
sure.
ways, I guess that's maybe ancient Greece. What's democracy if not the original hip hop? How everything filtered out from that. Kind of the same way.
Love it when you call me Big Son.
The same way music's been taking from Black people forever. Everyone's kind of been taking our shit between philosophy and.
And speaking speaking of the music industry, I feel like Black people have contributed so much to just like pop culture altogether. Oh, for sure. You know what I mean? Black people have contributed. We are honestly trendsetters. Down to our nails, super long nails, our hoop earrings, our braids.
High heels.
Music. Did you guys know that country music actually comes from rhythm and blues? I did not know that. We really have set the trend for anything pop culture and what we have contributed. So what are some things that you guys that you guys do that you feel like you've like maybe set a trend or that you have like gotten from like the Black culture, like that you do every day? I want to know.
I wouldn't say I have a combination of a trendsetter.
Yeah.
Y'all can't lie. Gen Z really got y'all in a chokehold. Y'all didn't have apartments when y'all was 20, 21, or 18. And who the fuck said Gen Z was lazy? Bitch, I had a job since I was 16. In this generation, y'all didn't have your own car at 18. It wasn't paying no car notes, nigga. It wasn't paying no rent. I was still living at y'all mama's house. I ain't gonna lie. We doing our big one. Like, Gen Z is definitely taking over. And don't be moving like y'all motherfuckers had the blueprint, cause you didn't. I was sure sleeping on grandpa, grandma couch. Yeah. And if y'all really had the motherfucking blueprint, we wouldn't even be trying to do this generational curse shit. So clap it. And y'all really was supposed to make it easier for us, but y'all didn't. That's why we over here breaking generational curses. Now y'all motherfuckers is in y'all late 30s and y'all late 40s doing what the fuck we doing. And no shade, we not lazy, we just fucking tired. And another thing, the shit that y'all was doing back in the days is gonna be 10 times harder now. Word. And no shade, you damn near gotta kill yourself to get by in society nowadays. Y'all been had a voice, y'all just ain't use it. So when Gen Z get to popping it, now it's we disrespectful. Y'all really been stuck in y'all ways for years and years and years. And half the millennials is still got the same mindset from when they was 25 years old. So who's really lazy?
My friend group, I was the only white kid in the Black community. I grew up not like my house wasn't in the Black community, but my friendships were. And I learned really young what privilege was, not only racial privilege, but financial privilege without anyone telling me. I saw it clear as day. Like, at such a young age, having people take me in, even though I look different than them, and loving me. I mean, all of my mentors at a young age were Black women. And so that set a tone in my life. And it's like, you have lifted me up and done so much for me. I will fight till the death for you. And that's just how I feel. And allyship is really important to me for every creed, every kind of person, every race, religion, sexual orientation. It doesn't matter if I look like you. I think because I was othered as a kid, because I was the white kid, or really because I was the big kid. That was like my story as a child. I think when you're othered like that, it allows you to have empathy for people that are othered, no matter what they experience.
Let's get into it.
They all want to be us. Hold on, did y'all ever catch this old video of Donald Trump saying that he wants to be Black? This video is almost impossible to find. In fact, they deleted it off of YouTube. Y'all think I'm playing? Look, they really deleted it off of YouTube. I did always find it funny that Donald Trump's wife's name was Melania, like melanin, and now he's saying that he wants to be Black, y'all. Look at this, listen to this.
I've said on occasion, even about myself, if I was starting off today, I would love to be a well-educated Black, because I really believe they do have an actual advantage today.
I love the Black community, and I've done more for the Black community than any other president. And I say, with the possible exception of Abraham Lincoln.
Y'all, he didn't even say Obama's name. Y'all think he's throwing shots at Obama? Oh my God, I told y'all he didn't do nothing.
Bled on the battlefields of the American Revolution, and they really did. When you read the history, what they gave up. They gave everything to smash the chains of slavery and preserve our nation, and they did it with incredible bravery. They helped win the Wild West, tame the skies, and save freedom in the Second World War. They're warriors. From the very beginning, Black Americans have been a vital part of the American story, helping to make this the greatest nation in the history of the world.
So what we gonna do about it? Sit back and watch, y'all. This is the fall of Babylon. I've been telling y'all the shift is here, and Donald Trump wants to be Black, y'all. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Let's get it, y'all. Peace out.
Hello guys, welcome back. Alright everybody, after watching this video, there is a few things that is really stood out to me. One of the biggest argument presented is that Black culture has had major influence on mainstream culture, not just in America but around the world. When you look at music, sports, fashion, entertainment, dance trends, and even internet slang, it's difficult to deny that influence. Whether someone agree with every point made in the video or not, there is no question that many popular trends have roots in Black community. What I found interesting in the discussion about why so many young people are attracted to this cultural influence. If we are being honestly, people naturally gravitate towards things they admire. Throughout history, people have adopted styles, music, fashion, and ideas from the groups they view as influential, or exciting. That is not unique to this generation. The difference today is that social media allows trends to spread across all over the globe almost instant. The video also spent considered time discussing the concept of blackfishing and the controversy surrounding it. This is where opinions become divided. Some people believe changing one's appearance to look racial ambitious crosses line, while others argue that individuals should have the freedom to express themselves. However, they choose. It's one of those conversations where people have very different perspective, which is why it continues to generate debate online. As I watched, I realized that this discussion goes beyond fashion, hairstyle, or social media trends. For many people, culture is deeply connected to identity, history, family, and community. That's why these conversations often become emotional. What may appear to be a simple trend to one person can carry much deeper meaning to someone else. Another important point raised in the video is cognition. Many of the cultural influences we see today didn't simply appear overnight. They were shaped by a generation of artists, athletes, entertainers, and communities whose contribution helped shape modern culture. Understanding that history helps people appreciate where the trend came from. The video also highlights how connected society has become. Young people today are exposed to cultures from all over the media, music, sports, movies, and online communities. Because of that, cultural exchange happens every day. People discover new perspective, new style, and new idea from background that may be very difficult for their own. Personally, I think the key word in this entire discussion is respect. People have always influenced one another's culture, have borrowed, shared, and exchanged ideas throughout the history. The important question is whether people acknowledge and respect the origin of what they are embracing. When respect is present, cultural exchange can be a positive force that brings people together. When respect is missing, that is often when controversy begins. I also think social media has amplified this controversy. Years ago, a debate like this might have remained within a small community. Today, millions of people can participate instantly. That's why topics involving culture and identity often become major discussion online. Overall, I think these videos raises important questions about influence, identity, appreciation, and recognition. Whether you agree with every argument made or not, it's definitely encourage people to think more deeply about where trends come from and why certain cultural influence becomes so dominant in society. But that is my reaction. So now I want to hear from you. Do you really do you agree with the points made in this video? Do you think this is cultural appreciation, cultural influence, or cultural appropriation? And where do you personally draw the line? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notification for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.